Dan, it is going to be a windy and cold one, but at least it's
Yeah.
consistent. So
I guess it's going to be
keep the winter gear out.
Keep it out all week long. You know, the question, the last couple of days is like we've been talking about the potential for a snow event, snowstorm on Saturday. It's looking probably less likely than we were thinking even yesterday. So it's kind of trending in the direction that we're probably not going to end up with anything.
I'm sure that is good news for many people.
I think so. I mean, don't let the guard down yet. It's still 4 or 5 days out, but the trends are that this thing is really probably not going to get its act together and maybe miss us off to the south. And that wouldn't be till this upcoming weekend anyway. Between now and then, it's all about the cold and the wind. And to Amanda's point, it is going to be consistent. At least the next 3 days, it will just be, well, that wind is going to be pesky, man. It's going to go right through you. 16's your temp now. I mean, let me just back up here just for a second. 16's your temp, but notice that breeze at 16. So your feel like temperature, goose egg. That's what it feels like to exposed skin as you head out the door this morning. So you can see readings across the Northeast are fairly uniform. Whenever you have a breeze, it kind of evens out the temperature, so to speak, and that's the case this morning. 15 Albany, 16 Springfield, Boston at 17, Burlington at 16. But we have the winds, which have been gusting about 20 miles per hour in the valley, but on average they'll gust to around 30 this afternoon. So as you can see, the wind chills across the Northeast are way down there. It feels like it's 9 in New York City, 7 in Philadelphia, where they picked up a couple of inches of snow from that storm system that missed us to the south. So cold and windy the next 3 days. Now Friday, it's more seasonable in the afternoon. It won't be quite as windy, so it'll feel a little bit more comfortable Friday afternoon. And the weekend, we still have that snow threat, but it's looking less likely that we'll end up with something still worth watching since it is 4 or 5 days away. So temperatures today across the nation are going to be cold. Kansas City, which picked up over a foot of snow, 21 degrees today. The nation's capital will have a little bit of melting, but still cold there, 36. And look at all the way down into the south, right? Dallas only 40, New Orleans 47, and Orlando today, high temperature only of 56 degrees. Chilly for those folks. So you can see that swath of snow that pretty much carved a path across the middle part of the country from St. Louis to Cincinnati, the nation's capital, Philadelphia, and then straight on out to sea. So interesting, right? Areas to our south have the snow on the ground. We have hardly anything at all, at least in the valley. There is some snow across the hills and higher terrain. And the Cape picked up some snow showers. They have a little bit of snow on the ground there. The good news is the Green and White Mountains, they've been getting snow showers. So ski country, not only are they getting the snow, but they're able to make it as well. Satellite radar composite does show quite a bit of cloudiness across Berkshire County, but in the valley we'll see a blend of sunshine and clouds today. Low pressure over eastern Canada, just kind of spinning there. High pressure off to our west. We're in between, so the squeeze play is on. Of course, that squeeze play is the wind coming in out of the northwest over the next 3 days. As the high pressure begins to head our way, the wind will lighten as we go into your Friday. So highs today, mid-20s in the valley, teens across the hill towns and higher terrain. Then overnight tonight, between 10 and 16. The only reason why the temperature stays up a bit is because the air mass is being mixed out with that light breeze. So if we were to go calm, we'd be down near 0. With the breeze, we're in closer to 10, but the bottom line is it feels the same. It feels like it's down around 0 by tomorrow morning. And then for your day tomorrow, maybe even a degree or two colder, and the wind might be just a hair stronger tomorrow as well. So feel like temperatures today average around 10 in the valley, near 0 in the hill towns, and wind chills tomorrow average around 5 degrees. So certainly cold enough, and still windy Thursday, high temperatures in the mid-20s, wind chills near 10, Friday less wind, decent amount of sunshine, feeling a little bit more comfortable in the afternoon. That brings us to the weekend. That's when we have that storm threat. But right now, a couple things. It looks like this system stays progressive and fairly weak until it gets out into the Atlantic. But when you have cold air in place and moisture streaming in out of the Gulf, it certainly bears watching. That would be during the day on Saturday. Behind that, we go right back to dry conditions, and then eventually we get colder too. So we moderate as we head towards the weekend, start of next week, and then another batch of cold comes down by, say, the middle of next week. All right, we'll have another check of the forecast in just a couple minutes from now. The time is 6:17. Amanda, back to you.
All right, Dan, thank you.